Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Infinix Note 11 Pro versus the Tecno Camon 18P and the Tecno Camon 18P as well as the Infinix Note 11 Pro, and both phones is powered by a new Mediatek Helio G96 processor. Also we have 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage. On the back we have a triple cameras on both phones. We have 48 megapixel main camera versus a 64 megapixel main camera on the Infinix. Although the back is made up of plastic and the frame is also made up of plastic. On the side we also have a fingerprint scanner. On the bottom we also have a headphone jack. We have a dual speakers on the Infinix versus a single speaker on the Tecno Camon 18P. So in this video I'm gonna show you how much a difference between the Infinix Note 11 Pro versus the Tecno Camon 18P in apps opening speed as well as in the boot up test. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. And the logo came up first on the Tecno as compared to the Infinix. Again, we have Android 11 on both phones. We have a iOS, which is a version 8, while on the Infinix we have a XOS, which is a version 10 latest software. And the Tecno Camon 18P little more faster when it comes to booting up as compared to the Infinix Note 11 Pro. About 1 or 2 second difference between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. On the Infinix we have a 6.95 inch Full HD IPS LCD display with 120Hz refresh rate, while on the Tecno we have a 6.8 inch Full HD IPS LCD display with 120Hz refresh rate as well. And both phones also has a punch hole on the center which looks exactly the same. So now let's see apps opening speed. Okay guys, everything's closed up in the background. No application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Now let's open phone dialer. That is exactly the same on both phones. Now let's see settings. Exactly the same again. Now let's go to the display and you can see we have 120Hz refresh rate on both phones. Now let's open Amazon shopping. Now let's see that how much a difference between these two devices in this application. Same Wi-Fi network again, and that is exactly the same on both phones. Now let's see the scrolling again, exactly the same. We have 120Hz refresh rate. Now let's check out some more application. Now let's open Candy Crush Saga. Again we have a Mediatek Helio G96 processor, exactly the same on both phones. Now let's open Instagram, exactly the same. Now let's open Pinout also exactly the same on both phones. Again we have dual speakers on the Infinix, while on the Tecno we have single speaker. So here is the Infinix looks like with the max volume, and you can see we have dual speakers. So here is the Tecno looks like with a single speaker. And now let's open Snapchat, exactly the same. And now let's open Spotify faster little bit on the Infinix. Now let's open Subway Surfer. Again we have a Mediatek Helio G96 processor and should be exactly the same, but let's see. And you can see exactly the same on both phones, no difference there. Now let's open Temple Run 2, and the Temple Run 2 again should be exactly the same because the previous game it is exactly the same on both phones, and still exactly the same. And you can see, so and the performance between these two devices it is exactly the same on both phones, which is obvious because we have same processor. So now let's open the PUBG Mobile heavy game. Let's see which one will be more faster in opening up the PUBG Mobile game. Again we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on both phones, and the Infinix little more faster there, but I would say it is very close. Now let's opening up the Tutor, and the Tutor faster on the Infinix as compared to the Tecno. Now let's open Zedge, and the search it is also exactly the same, and you can see. So now let's see the scrolling. Again it is very similar on both phones. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones. default camera app. Now let's see that which one is going to be the fastest one. Again, we have side mounted fingerprint scanner. That is again exactly the same on both phones. Again, we have 14 megapixel main camera versus a 64. Also, we have 2x optical zoom. Okay guys, now let's see internet browser speed. I am seeing default Google Chrome on both phones. Now let's opening up the wikipedia.org. Little more faster on the Infinix, not a huge difference. Let's see the scrolling. In the start I see little bit lag. That is always happen on Android phone, but after some time again it is feels really smooth because of the 120 Hz. Now let's open English. Exactly the same. Next on the list is the apple.com. Apple.com faster little bit on the Infinix as compared to the Tecno. So now let's see the scrolling, and in the start I see little bit lag, but after some time. And guys, now let's see RAM management on both phones, and both phones has 8 GB of RAM. Now let's see that who is perform good in the RAM management. Let's see that we have application in the background or not, and you can see, and now and the every single application it is available on both phones. Now let's see phone dialer, no refresh. Now let's see settings, no refresh. Opening up Amazon shopping, that card refresh, it is a internet refresh. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, refresh on the Tecno. Instagram, no refresh. Let's see Pinout, refresh on the Tecno. And now let's see Snapchat, that is also refresh. Now let's open Spotify, that is not refresh. Let's see Subway Surfer, refresh on the Tecno. Let's see Temper Run 2, Temper Run 2 is got refresh on the Tecno. Let's see PUBG Mobile, no refresh. Let's opening up the Twitter, same result. Zedge, it is a internet refresh I think, or refresh. Let me know in the comment section below. Last way back to the internet browser, and that is not refresh on both phones. And guys, over I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that and the Infinix Note 11 Pro as well as the Tecno Camon 18 and both phones is perform exactly the same in the system based application as well as in the game app during time. In terms of the RAM wise, I would say that the Infinix is performed little bit more better as compared to the Tecno. Also again we have 5000 mAh battery size with a 33 watt fast charging. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Infinix Note 11 Pro versus the Tecno Camon 18P. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.